Hangover Falls Trail here in Oregon, just outside of Cascade Locks. This is a very old trail that was built sometime in the 1930s when they used methods that aren't ethically used today for trail building. Probably a lot of dynamite was used to make this or blast this trail out of the side of a cliff. But supposedly it's one of the most beautiful hikes here in Oregon, and it has a little bit of spicy exposure. So let's see what we find. Unfortunately, back in 2017, there was some kid who set off some fireworks back here and started a massive fire that ended up closing off sections of the PCT and doing extensive damage back here. I mean, no offense if you like fireworks, but I'm wondering why they're just not federally banned at this point. They're triggering, they're loud, they're messy. People lose arms and fingers routinely. Lives. And they burn down beautiful forests like this, so yep. I don't know. Maybe the unpopular opinion.
I was reading up about the Columbia River Gorge before we came here, and apparently thousands of years ago there was what was called a Missoula ice dam, and that was kind of forming a natural reservoir throughout Montana and Idaho, and I think maybe even eastern Oregon. And once that ice dam broke, it flooded this area and it kind of carved out this gorge. And then you fast forward to the 1780s and Mount Hood erupts, creates all these lava flows going down the Columbia River, creating all these basaltic layers. And that's why you see the Oregon side is all cliffed out. There's a little bit of uplift and basaltic layers, and then the Washington side, the Columbia River, is more of a gentle sloping angle where it had eroded. So I'm just fascinated to be out here walking through all this geologic history and also ecological history. It is so lush.
Like a whisper, I am drifting, a memory of silver light. There's a place where all secrets rise to the surface, become alive. I see
this whole trail just smells like flowers. As a matter of fact, ever since we landed in Oregon, we've just smelled flowers. It is so divine. I guess we came here at the right time of year. Everything's blooming. But oh my gosh, this trail just makes you feel like you're back in the age of the dinosaurs. It feels so prehistoric, and we're just loving it. That is big.
Back when I was studying biology several years ago, I remember learning how to identify fern from non-fern species. And if you just look at the underside of some of these ferns, you'll notice they'll either have like white or orangey looking spores or dots on the underside of the leaves. And then you can look at others that look like ferns and they won't have those spores.
Oh my gosh, that was incredible. Just the amount of engineering and skill that had to have gone into making that tunnel behind the waterfall, and a lot of dynamite. Nothing that they would ever do today, but in the 1930s when they were trying to get people back into work, they sure did create one heck of a masterpiece. We're gonna keep going a little bit. There's a couple more waterfalls. It'll add about a couple extra miles. Jonathan and I are going to Iceland later this year, and we're just remarking on how this is kind of like a warm-up. There's what appears to be it's either basalt or something similar to basalt. This is for sure one of the most incredible hikes that we have ever been on.
Ever.
I think we are going past the Tunnel Falls. If there's something cool, we'll definitely try and film it, but I think for the rest of the way down, we're just gonna take it all in and enjoy it. Highly recommend. Definitely, if you're in the Cascade Locks area, come out here and do this trail for sure.
Yep, I'm looking forward to a nice lunch after this long hike and maybe some Tillamook ice cream.
Maybe, or some other local place.
Yeah.
And then we're heading to the coast.
Just drifting